Welcome to another vlog in August. It is the weekend and I'm still having my protein coffee on this day. I usually take one of the days on the weekend to enjoy breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast eater, but I still find that these protein coffees really help me set me up for success for the day with, having protein. I'm not like ravenous about 10 o'clock. And I made this week. This is the Alani chocolate protein. We have quite a few of these just because we couldn't find the chocolate Fairlife. And I got this salted dark chocolate espresso. I've had it for a while, but I decided to open it up just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And then the Stoke cold brew. And of course, Hunter's always keeping an eye on what's going on in the kitchen. Now I'm just going to take a little break here, and I think I'm just going to use this little book here as kind of my brain dump for meal planning and, sharing a little bit with you of how I'm trying to get back on track with, getting dinner on the table, my food organization. I'm been trying to make small changes with, trying to make better choices with eating and all of that. And I really need to kind of use what we have and then get more organized moving forward. And I think it's really going to help me. So for the past few months, I've been using HelloFresh, and it usually comes on Monday, and I'm done with that now. So now I'm trying to just plan for a day or two at a time. I also have to get a few little groceries today, not a lot. I just need to replenish a few things and then pick a couple of things up too for some of the recipes that I want to make, using up some produce and also some things in the freezer to make some dinners for this week. So I'm just trying to get organized with all of this, and I just find it really helps it get it out of my mind and onto some paper. Okay, you would have seen the other two brain dumps in my last vlog video that I had up, and then this is just what I did just for the weekend. I want to make some potato salad, some blueberry muffins, possibly some peach crisp, and then every Saturday I get all of my laundry done. I only have 2 loads, some groceries, and then try and prioritize food. I want to do a little bit of work for YouTube this morning, and in the future I'm getting some buttermilk, so I want to make some pancakes, some English muffins, maybe a macaroni salad. And then I'm thinking about what's going to be for dinner on Sunday and Monday night. So the meal plan, tonight we're having jumbo hot dogs and potato salad. And then tomorrow night we're going to do club sandwiches. It'll just be really easy. I have turkey. And then I want to make some oven fried rice for lunches on Monday and Tuesday for hubby and I. And then what am I going to make for dinner Monday night? Could I possibly make a shepherd's pie? Maybe. But if I do, then what does Andrew eat? Because he doesn't like the texture. Hey everybody, yeah, you've seen this outfit. It's Saturday morning. The boys just went to get haircuts. I finished off vlog number 2. I just filmed a coffee chat, and now I'm gonna go get a couple of groceries. You saw I did a brain dump. I'm kind of organized. The one thing that I want to get done as soon as I get back is I want to get vlog number 2 up, and then tonight I'll do the coffee chat, so you'll see that. And then I'm hoping that you're watching this on Monday. So I want to make the potato salad. And then what I usually do on the weekends is, I have a certain goal on Saturdays. It's always to get caught up with the laundry. I think I only have 2 loads to do today, so that's not too bad. And then all the beds need to be done and all that, so I'll work on that later. But I know what's for dinner tonight. I know what's for dinner tomorrow night. And then tomorrow night I'll make that oven fried rice with a smaller portion, and then we'll have that for lunches. So I'm working on trying to get everything together. I did have to change my clothes. Linus jumped up and my coffee spilled, and then I had to clean the couch and change my clothes and all that, so I got more laundry to do. So anyways, I will meet you guys back in the kitchen with what I got at the grocery store. Okay, I got what was on my list. I went to Food Basics. This came to $44. I needed orange juice. I just get the store brand, and they had this skim milk of Fairlife, and I never see that, so I picked that up. I got some buttermilk. These mini cucumbers were on for $1, so I got 2 packages. And then I got the sausage hot dog buns for tonight. And then they also had the Miss Vicky's sour cream herb and onion. We really like these, but the only place I've really seen them, and Hunter is having one heck of a drink, is Costco. And we just don't want to buy the great big bags of chips anymore. It's just too much. So I thought that would be nice to have sometime. And then they also had these on for $1, double stuffed Oreos. There's 8 cookies in here, so I thought that would be a nice little treat for the 3 of us one night. A green pepper and a red pepper, that will be for the fried rice. Some green onions. And then I saw this. It's just the store brand, the crispy chicken wings. These were $11.99. But last time I was at Costco, I got this hot honey barbecue sauce. And I was craving chicken wings last night. We didn't have any in the house. And I thought this is just good to have in the freezer on those nights. Like it says 16-piece minimum. So you take out whatever portion you want. You throw them in the air fryer. You throw a little bit of barbecue sauce. You know, it just helps you with having things in more moderation. You know, you don't have to go out and all of that. And it's the same with this stuff. Like, we're still enjoying these things. We're just learning how to enjoy it on a better level. So a smaller bag of chips than what's at Costco, and just a little package of double stuffed Oreos instead of the large package. So I'm gonna get all this put away. I'm gonna go down, do a little bit of editing, and then I'm gonna find a recipe for small batch potato salad, and then I'm gonna get that made for dinner tonight. I have not made a potato salad for a long time, and every time I make it, it's always more than what we need. So I did a Google search. I found a recipe for potato salad for two, and it's pretty similar to what I make. So I just decided to give it a try to kind of help me with portion sizes. So I'm going to use green onions instead of red onions. I have my 2 potatoes. I'm going to do 2 eggs. I don't use celery. I use Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise, and I'm going to follow all of the instructions here exactly how it says. And it's exactly how my mom taught me how to make a hard-boiled egg. You put it in the water, let it boil for a minute, turn it off, and then let it sit in the hot water for 15 minutes, and then put it into an ice bath. And that's exactly what this recipe said to do. So I can't help but think of my mom. She made potato salad, and that's who taught me how to make it, but she would always like boil the potatoes and cut them after. So I'm gonna do what the recipe said, and I should have cut them smaller. I found these pieces were just a little bit too big, so I'm just gonna bring these to a boil, and then I think I boiled them for 9 minutes, and then I just put them in a colander, and then I rinsed them with cold water to stop the cooking process, and it was really good. And honestly, this was so much quicker. I think sometimes my mom did things the harder way, and sometimes it was more work for her. So anyways, I'm getting all that done. I have the eggs came to a boil, so I have the Miracle Whip and then the mustard. I mixed it at the bottom. I added in the potatoes and then also the eggs. So I'm going to add in some seasoning here, some salt and some pepper. I'm just going to use a little bit of the green onions here. And then I'm also going to put in some of these pickles that we got at Costco, the sweet and spicy potato chips. These are really good. There's a little bit of a kick to them, but wow, it is a really big jar. But we have been enjoying munching on them. And I asked hubby, do you want some in the potato salad? And he said, yep, because it's not something I normally don't do, and I know a lot of you over the years have said that you add dill pickles to it. I thought about adding a little bit of that dill pickle seasoning that I got at Costco, but I think it would have been just a little bit too much. So I'm just taking some notes, and what my goal is moving forward is knowing what the proper measurements are to make smaller batches of things. I know how to make a great big potato salad, like if we're having a potluck or, you know, if we're having more people over on the weekends and all that. I just wanted something that was a little bit smaller. And this is what my mom always did. She always put it in a smaller bowl, kind of like for presentation. And then she'd spoon it all out and clean the edges. And then she'd sprinkle, actually she would put sliced like the hard-boiled eggs on top. I've never done that. And then always sprinkle it with a little paprika. So I think this will be it's definitely more than 2 people, but it's a lot smaller. So I put that in the fridge, and now it's dinner time. We had a really great day. So I had a couple of potatoes in the fridge. I just put them in the air fryer for Andrew to eat because he doesn't like potato salad. And then for hubby and I just put some in a bowl. I thought it would be easier to portion because sometimes you can take that big slab. He's barbecuing, and then I just have the condiments. We got to get these cleaned up too. And then I also cut up some onions. That was hubby's request, and it was really good. Now it's later. I had this recipe for small batch buttermilk muffins, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to do too, is like learn recipes. So I'll link the recipe down below, the egg and the buttermilk, how to get it room temperature. I have the blueberries tossed in flour, and then I'm just mixing everything up. And you know, before I would make like 12 muffins and then I'd break them down into 3s and all of that, but there's the 3 of us. I just thought it'd be really good to make 6 muffins, and then we have 3 for breakfast one morning and then 3 for breakfast the next day. It's kind of like that whole portion control, but learning how to eat it properly. And sometimes, you know, if I do baking, you end up eating more than you need to. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do. But I don't want to say that I'm never going to bake again. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it in smaller batches and then make it a little bit more manageable, because I don't always want to have a lot of stuff in my freezer. Before I did, but now, you know, if it's a really nice night and I just don't feel like we have anything, or I'm craving muffins or something, I just want to be able to throw some recipes together really quickly. Now, the one thing I will say about this recipe, I'll link it down below, is I just thought like the measurements were all very odd. Like 1 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, you know, 1/2 cup and 2 tablespoons of sugar. I don't know, like 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, like 1/2 cup and 2 teaspoons of buttermilk at room temperature. I don't know. I just thought it was a little bit more than what I want it to be. I just want it to be really easy. And the only 6-count muffin pan I had was the jumbo ones. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. I just put a little bit of cooking spray in. I haven't used, muffin liners for years. I don't really feel like it's necessary. I do prefer my silicone baking muffin pan that I have, but it's a 12 one, and I just thought I'd give it a try in this pan. So it's mixing up really good. I wanted it to have lots of blueberries. Just I thought it'd be really nice for breakfast, just something different. We haven't had muffins in a long time, and I just thought this would be something different and just something to look forward to on a Sunday morning, you know, homemade muffins. So here it is later. We're getting ready to go to bed. The muffins looked really good, and actually they were a lot better than I thought. I thought they were going to be really dry, but they had a nice flavor to them, and I loved all of the blueberries. So I hope you enjoyed a little peek into my Saturday. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another vlog in the month of August.